Hey, stop scrolling for a second. Imagine growing up in a world full of ancient rituals and divine stories, but feeling as though none of it connected to you. Why do some people naturally drift away from religion, not out of rebellion, but something wired deep in their minds? Today, we're looking the psychology behind the people who don't follow religion. Let's start with number 1, early childhood influences. A person's relationship with religion often begins long before they can speak. Psychologists call this early worldview conditioning, the invisible messages a child absorbs about what matters, what's sacred, and what's normal. For some children, religion simply isn't part of daily life. No family prayers, no religious discussions, no rituals. Because it wasn't a foundation, it doesn't become a central part of their adult identity. Others grow up in families where religion exists, but it isn't explained. They see traditions, but not the meaning behind them. Over time, they learn to rely on personal curiosity rather than inherited belief. And then you have the opposite, children raised in strict or high-control environments. Research shows that this can create something called reactive autonomy, where the child grows up wanting to form beliefs independently. In all cases, early experiences silently shape how comfortable someone feels with religion later in life. Number 2, family environment. Families don't just teach belief, they teach emotional tone. In many homes, religion is shared through warmth, singing together, celebrating holidays, or praying as a family. This creates a positive association with faith. But many non-religious adults grew up in homes where belief was optional. Questions weren't punished. Think for yourself was encouraged. Not following religion wasn't seen as disrespect. It was just another choice. Other families, however, unintentionally create belief confusion. When adults preach kindness but practice judgment, or preach honesty but behave dishonestly, children experience what psychologists call cognitive dissonance modeling. They learn to question authority when words and actions don't match. The family atmosphere, supportive, open, strict, or inconsistent, plays a powerful role in shaping whether someone embraces, questions, or steps away from religion as they grow older. Number 3, cognitive style. Every mind has a preferred style of processing the world. Some people think intuitively, feeling their way through life, trusting emotion, tradition, or spiritual meaning. Others naturally think analytically, slowing down, questioning, examining evidence before forming a conclusion. Studies show that non-religious individuals often lean toward analytic cognitive style. This doesn't mean they're smarter. It simply means their brain prefers logic-driven explanations. For example, when something unusual happens, like a strange coincidence, an intuitive thinker might feel it has deeper meaning. An analytic thinker might consider probability or psychology. Both thinking styles are normal and healthy. But individuals who default to analysis may feel more drawn to non-religious worldviews, because these frameworks line up with their way of making sense of the world. Their mindset isn't built on rejecting religion, it's built on following the path that feels mentally natural. Number 4. Need for autonomy. Some people have a strong built-in desire for independence. Psychologists call this autonomy orientation, a tendency to feel happiest when making their own decisions. These individuals don't like following rules without understanding the why behind them. As children, they were the kids who always asked, "But what's the reason?" As adults, they want to choose their values rather than inherit them. Religion, beautiful and meaningful to many, can feel too predefined for someone with high autonomy needs. This doesn't mean they reject meaning, purpose, or community. It means they prefer to build those things from scratch, based on personal experience. For these individuals, becoming non-religious is rarely rebellion. It's self-direction. It's about living a life that feels chosen, not assigned. Number 5. Analytical versus intuitive thinking. Human thinking operates in 2 systems: fast, intuitive thinking, emotion, instinct, and gut feeling; slow, analytical thinking, logic, evidence, and careful evaluation. Non-religious people tend to rely more on the analytical mode when forming beliefs. This doesn't mean they lack emotion or spirituality. It just means they prefer explanations grounded in things they can observe or test. For example, when they feel awe at a sunset, a newborn baby, or the universe, it doesn't automatically translate into religious interpretation. Instead, it might connect to science, nature, or philosophy. Psychologists emphasize that neither thinking style is better. They simply lead people to understand life in different ways. And people who lean heavily logical often find that non-religious worldviews align better with their cognitive habits. Number 6. Cultural and educational exposure. Where someone grows up shapes what feels possible. People who grow up around many different cultures, belief systems, and ideas often learn early that there's more than one way to live a meaningful life. Exposure creates flexibility. Education also plays a role, but not because schools remove belief. Instead, education increases cognitive complexity. It encourages people to compare ideas, examine evidence, and understand that different societies practice different religions. The more someone sees the world, the easier it becomes to form their own identity rather than follow a single path automatically. For many non-religious people, it's not that they rejected something, it's simply that the world offered options, and they explored them. Number 7. Personality traits. Certain personality traits make someone more likely to explore non-traditional belief systems. People high in openness to experience, one of the big 5 personality traits, tend to enjoy abstract ideas, deep questions, and creative thinking. They feel comfortable exploring uncertainty. Others score high in traits like independence, skepticism, or introspection. These traits don't decide someone's beliefs, but they influence what feels natural. Someone who loves exploring ideas may enjoy building a worldview slowly, piece by piece, rather than adopting a complete belief system at once. For these individuals, being non-religious isn't about denying meaning. It's about discovering it in their own way. If you love this video, consider subscribing for more human-centered deep dives like this. Now I'm curious. Full thanks for watching. If you enjoy psychology that helps you understand yourself and the people that shaped your beliefs or worldview, share your thoughts below. Your story might resonate with someone who needs to hear it.